Hey, what's up? My name is Brandon.
And my name is Nick.
Welcome to the fourth Front Porch podcast. You believe it, man? Our podcast is a month old.
I know it's been crazy. It seems like we just started it yesterday. So,
dude, that brings me back to what I said last week before we started actually recording, that the weeks are just going by so quick. Like, literally, we just filmed podcast number 3 yesterday.
yeah, it really does feel like that. And I think it's because that, we are having so much fun doing this. Time is, it's going by really fast, and that we're actually every week now we're doing it. So we're keeping track of the weeks a little bit better now. But yeah, it's going great so far.
Exactly. So if you're just tuning in now to the Front Porch podcast, welcome. We're happy to have you here. So feel free to stick around and hit like and subscribe as well. Helps boost the channel in the algorithm. But it is Thanksgiving week. So obviously the next podcast will be after Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Hope you all have a great holiday. Which brings me to our icebreaker for today. What's your favorite Thanksgiving food?
Oh gosh, it would probably have to be the sweet potato casserole.
Ooh,
Love that. I love that. It's like candy for me. So.
that is good. That is good. I'm like, dude, it's hard to pick one. No, it's not hard to pick one. Deviled fucking eggs. That shit's more important than the turkey.
Oh yeah. And I brought that to work the other day too. Everyone loved it. It was good.
Yeah, the job you got.
Yeah. Yeah, booted from. So, but it's all right.
That's a conversation for another day.
Yes.
Yeah, no, deviled eggs, dude, that's more important than the turkey. I'm not a huge fan of turkey. I like turkey legs. I like chicken more.
We do ham when it's Thanksgiving. We do ham.
I love ham, dude.
Yeah.
Ham.
I can see you like ham very much.
Ham is delicious, bro. I love some people like this when you said ham.
Man.
Yeah, no, the deviled eggs. Do you like cranberry sauce?
Sometimes. I don't like a lot of it, but
people are gonna think it's gross, but I like when you have a fat plate of just a ton of shit and it kind of just mixes all together.
Oh yeah.
Like the stuffing and like the mashed potatoes and the cranberry sauce kind of mixed up with a little bit of mac and cheese in there, and like,
Oh yeah, that's good.
Delicious.
Man. I like, and a lot of people, they like to keep everything like separate. I'll mix everything together.
Oh yeah, me too. 100%. So yeah, happy Thanksgiving to everyone, and leave your comments down below. What's your favorite Thanksgiving food? Let us, you get to know us. Let us know you. Like, come on, man.
Doesn't all have to be about politics or what's going on. Just something family related,
Exactly. Yeah. So, and then we got Black Friday coming up too, which Black Friday pisses me off because it's like, for example, let's say you have a PS5, right? The PS5 is normally $500. And then on Black Friday, it's going to say it was $700 and it's marked down to $500.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they always do that, and it's a cash grab. I mean, people are going to see, it was originally $700, $500 now. Yeah, they're going to get it, but they're just spending the exact same price that it would be MSRP. So
exactly. But yeah, I guess just let us know your favorite Thanksgiving meal. But jumping in. You have
so going back, we can talk about the campaign again, Harris's campaign. We can go into that. So originally we were with how much she's in debt now, because of how much she spent on getting Cardi B, Beyonce, going to all these interviews. She's $20 million in debt as it sits right now, and she spent $1.5 billion on the campaign already. But there was something else that she did too as well when she was getting interviewed by Oprah Winfrey. Originally, she was saying that she did 2 payments of $500,000 each, so about $1 million, and that's what she was saying. That's what everyone else was saying. But now it looks like she spent $2.5 million from the New York Times to just have a sit-down interview with Oprah Winfrey.
Dude, that shit's just so annoying. Like, I wouldn't pay a cent to talk to Oprah Winfrey or be on her show. I wouldn't pay a cent to be on The View and talk to Whoopi Goldberg and her little crew, which brings me to another talk show host, Ellen DeGeneres, and her wife, they moved to the UK.
Yeah. I mean, well, I'm glad that she stuck to what they were all saying.
Then yeah, I give Ellen credit. I'm going to give her the credit that she deserves. She actually did it. She moved to the UK. So
well, she needed to because she had P Diddy on her show multiple times. So
and Justin Bieber.
And P Diddy was Justin Bieber's favorite guy.
Yeah, just a little. The baby oil.
Sponsor baby oil.
Yeah. You can see I got a Mountain Dew here. He's got a Dr. Pepper. So hey, is Dr. Pepper actually Pepsi Company?
I think it may be, but I would have to look at that diagram.
Oh. No, it's 7-Up. I didn't know 7-Up was its own company.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so 7-Up, Pepsi Company, hit us up if you want to sponsor us. Hit us up, man.
Yeah, I'm always usually gonna have a Dr. Pepper, and you're always gonna have a Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew, man. That's the good shit. I love Dr. Pepper too. So yeah, just hit us up.
Yeah,
for real.
Ain't no need no doctor's office. Just need some Dr. Pepper.
What about Dr. Salt?
Oh, I don't need any more salt in my life.
But yeah, Ellen moving to the UK. That's I give her credit. But yeah, like you said, she had to because she's on P Diddy's list. Which is another thing. I think the UK is calling for Elon Musk's arrest. I saw something about that. I can't remember what it was for. I think something with the X or social media allowing certain things on there. Dude, you're not gonna arrest Elon Musk. It's just not gonna happen. So just stay out of it, UK. Like, come on, man.
I mean, he has a no fucks attitude. He doesn't care. What happens to him. He doesn't care if he loses money. It's multiple interviews that he's done where it's just, I'm me and no one's going to control me. If you want to give me money, I'm not going to take it because I want to make my own money. And he's just that type of person. So,
yeah, exactly. One thing I wanted to bring up too is Matt Gaetz dropping out. He dropped out for a good cause though. I mean, if he didn't drop out, they would have fought like hell, tooth and nail to make his life miserable, and they wouldn't have been able to do what they had planned on day one, which is obviously making America great again. That's the overall objective, and it would just been a battle, and they wouldn't have been able to effectively get their job done starting day one. So he picked Pam Bondi, which is also an amazing pick. She's a fucking badass. I love her. Do you have any insight on that?
Yeah. So Pam Bondi, next Attorney General pick after Matt Gaetz gets turned down. She was a prosecutor for about 20 years. So she was very tough on violent criminals. And she made the streets of Florida for families safe. She was also Florida's first female Attorney General, and she served it very well. So she did a great job there. She also reduced fentanyl overdose deaths in our local communities, giving police more rights to be able to help people in those situations without, having legal stuff happen to them. In my last line of work, there's been many times where it's iffy on whether to help them or not, and if you're going to get any legal troubles for helping them. So she kind of cleared all that up.
Yeah. So, yeah, she did a great job overall, and the police need to have the ability to intervene in certain situations. I mean, they're the police. They are, what's the word? Fucking, what the hell? Yo, I got a bunny rabbit. The bunny rabbit is outside on the back patio, and she just scared the shit out of me. Just like tapping on the glass.
Mark that down on the list.
But yeah, the police need to be able to do their job. They need to be able to assess and to intervene when necessary, and they need more rights. They need to be able to do their job, basically.
Yeah, you see in a lot of these liberal states and
exactly.
areas, they're scared to intervene in some different scenarios because there's been police and deputies that have gone into big legal troubles just because they needed to help someone, and it turned out that whatever happened, it was against that liberal state's policy or whatever it was, just to try to save a person.
Exactly, yeah. And then Elon Musk might buy MSNBC. Apparently, it's for sale. You got it actually pulled up right there. Joe Rogan makes hilarious offer to Elon Musk as billionaire jokes to buy MSNBC.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
That would be absolutely hilarious.
And Joe Rogan wants to take over. I forget her name, the MSNBC host, but he wants to take her job. And what did he say? He's like, I want to tell the same lies that she was doing. Yeah. I'll dress up exactly like her. Just please give me the job.
Dude, absolutely hilarious. Ex-owner Elon Musk joked this week he may buy the liberal news network and the Joe Rogan Experience. Host Joe Rogan chimed in, offering to replace MSNBC anchor Rachel Maddow.
Yep, Rachel Maddow.
On her show while adopting her signature look. Yeah, there's the tweet right there. Yep. Donald Trump Jr. is in on it. Yeah, they should all just pitch in and buy it. And that would be the absolute troll right there.
Oh, it'd be great, because that's the same exact type of post that he did when it was Twitter, and he was thinking about buying Twitter. He was like, "Hey, should I buy Twitter?" When it's being, and he did. So this may be the same exact thing. You never know.
Exactly. So if that actually comes in clutch and they actually do it, it's going to be absolutely hilarious. For one, it's going to be good for the just overall media exposure for people that watch MSNBC. Now, the people that watch it now are going to stop watching it, obviously, but hopefully the people that don't really care or are left or right leaning, they will continue to watch it and get the right news instead of this lying bullshit that they are just brainwashing people with left and right. So
yeah, it's being shoved, on those types of shows, it's shoved down people's throats that watch it, that Trump is bad, Trump is going to end democracy, which is another reason why you have all of these. You had the 2 assassination attempts that were on him, because these people start to actually believe that he's going to destroy America, he's going to destroy democracy, so they want to do something about it. It honestly brainwashes them into thinking that he's actually going to do that.
Exactly, yeah. So going back to Ellen and Kamala Harris and kind of going off the assassination attempt thing, it's just crazy that the the left kind of shines a light on conservatives being the violent ones when you have Kamala Harris on the Ellen show. And I'll try to find the clip and put it on the podcast here so you can see it.
If you had to be stuck in an elevator with either President Trump, Mike Pence, or Jeff Sessions, who would it be?
Does one of us have to come out alive?
I think Ellen was she was asking Kamala Harris, she was like, oh, would you rather be on an elevator with Donald Trump or Elon Musk or some other people? And Kamala Harris was like, what'd she say? She was like, does one of us get to come out alive?
Mm-hmm. It shows that their way of thinking is they're not. They're kids in a grown-up's body. Pretty much.
There's literally the vice president of the United States, running candidate for president, saying, "Does one of us get to come out alive?" And then she continued. It was her cackling after she was like.
Whenever she says something cringy and she knows it's cringy, she tries to break the cringiness by laughing, but it just makes it even more cringy.
Oh, dude, it makes it so freaking weird. It is just bizarre.
Same thing that happened when she said she wants America. Oh, we need to be more woke, and she just started cackling between these two women, and these two women are looking at her like, "What are you talking about?"
What are you talking about?
Like, dude? even the liberal hosts were like, "That's a little weird."
It's a little weird, and you have Tim Walz. I don't know what that guy was smoking, but during his debate with J.D. Vance, I'm friends with school shooters. Dude, what the fuck did you just say? You said you were friends. You were friends with school shooters?
And he didn't even try and backtrack at all. He didn't say, "Excuse me, I didn't mean that." He just kept rolling with it.
Yeah, so yeah, they just say some weird things. Kamala Harris just cackling over what she says to cover up what she knows what she's saying is fucking wild. and just weird and out there.
Yeah, it's like why do they want to say that type of stuff? What I know what audience they're trying to shoot for when they say that type of stuff, but to the whole demographic of the United States, you want America to do well and prosper, have good energy, be able to make our own oil, drill baby drill, and it's just, as a leader, you want to lead properly, but as a weak leader like Kamala Harris would have been, and she was, you're not going to get any of that.
No. Sorry about that cut there. There's going to be cuts in the podcast as long as we're doing it inside of a house. There's other people making noise. So, what did you want to get into?
So now that Kamala has lost, she is completely absent, nowhere to be found. Supposedly she's actually vacationing in Hawaii right now.
Oh, okay. So hopefully she's staying in a blue house and wearing blue.
Yeah, I mean, vote blue house. Yeah, I mean, it sucks too because she spent $1.5 billion in her campaign, $20 million in debt, but she still can afford vacation in Hawaii. It's great.
Yeah,
I love it.
It's wonderful. Gotta love it. Yeah, that's just vacationing in Hawaii. Why are you taking a vacation? You're the vice president.
Nowhere to be found. I mean, who's the real leader of this country right now? That's what I'm trying to get at here. Is Joe Biden is?
It's not Joe.
It's not Joe. It's definitely Kamala is out of the picture right now. I mean, so who's actually leading this country? And going into that too, this is why other countries right now think that we are so weak, is because they don't know who the leader is either. For centuries, whoever the president was, they took a stance. Everyone knew what they were doing, that they were strong leaders, whatever it may be. But now who is our leader?
It's who knows, dude. It's just unknown at this point because again, it's not Joe Biden. Kamala's hula hooping in Hawaii. Who else?
I mean, Joe Biden he was just in, the other point I want to get at, he was just in Brazil doing a speech about saving the rainforest down there. And when he got off of Air Force One, the plane, that they take, he wasn't rolled out the red carpet, unlike Russia and China. They were both rolled out a red carpet when they got off of their planes to go and do their speeches. It was a G20 event, I believe, something like that. But then after he was done speaking about the rainforest, Joe Biden just decides to do a 180, turn around, and just walk off into the rainforest.
Yeah, it's his signature walk. Like, that's right here. He gets done. You see my microphone is good in here. So he gets done. He's like,
and yes, that elbow crack too is in it as well.
My joints, man. But yeah, just to walk off and get attacked by a freaking Amazon tiger. Like, what the hell was this guy thinking? The Secret Service is like, dude, this guy's about to get pounced on by a freaking 12-foot rattlesnake or something.
It brings me back to that parody video where Joe Biden's going around the White House garden area, and they're dubbing the Secret Service voiceovers like, where's he going now? Oh, he's supposed to be going. Nope, he's going back inside now.
Yeah. Funny. You gotta it's funny to joke about, but I mean, I genuinely feel bad for him. I feel like they're definitely using him, and he does not have the mental capacity to be running a country, the most powerful. Well, not so much right now, I would say, because of we don't know who's running the country, but whoever is just doing a shit job. But damn well if Trump was there at the Amazon rainforest.
Oh,
I don't know if it was the Amazon, but the rainforest.
Yeah,
they would have rolled out that.
They would have done so much stuff for him. Because,
it would have been a gold carpet.
Yeah, it would have been a gold carpet, just like all of his buildings. Gold. But it just shows you that people do around the world respect Trump, and we keep talking about it every podcast but it has to be known that people around the world respect Trump. They admire Trump because he is so strong. And going along with the fact that Joe Biden's not a strong leader, and how is he able to mentally handle leading the country with his mental decline as it sits right now. When he gave authorization for Ukraine to use the attack of missiles and send it over into Russian territory, or Russian territory, they're trying to take back that land, starting potentially rumors of World War III,
Yeah, so I believe that definitely wasn't Biden that approved those missile strikes into Ukraine. And again, for the third time, I will say, who was it? Like, who was running the country? Who did that? It wasn't Kamala. She's over there wearing loofahs and whatever the fuck they're called, doing the Hawaiian shit. Joe Biden was probably at the beach when they approved the missile launches, and honestly, probably called them and they were like, "Yeah, we fixed the ice cream machine." He's like, "Yeah, okay. Hey, give me a vanilla when I'm there. I'll be back tomorrow."
That was a cue for pressing the big red button, just sending the,
Vanilla
sending the missiles over.
But yeah, no, that's a very serious subject. Is World War III? The rumors are spiraling everywhere.
And I think the reason why, too, is that if, God forbid, a war does start, whether we declare war or whether Russia or another country declares war on us, the war powers would be activated, and which means that the sitting president would stay in office for as long as that war is active and ongoing.
Which is, I believe, what they're trying to do. Do you see it? Is it clear to you? Is it clear to you that before, okay, Trump won the presidency, so let's tell Ukraine you can use these missiles to bomb Russia, It's clear as day what they're trying to do. They want to stay in power.
They try to kill Trump, imprison him.
That
didn't work, so now we're just going to start the apocalypse.
Literally, I'm telling you right now, if World War III happens, it will be an apocalyptic event. The world that we know right now will be done. It will end. There's just no other word. Apocalypse. No internet, no TV, no more video games. Please, if it's going to happen, it has to happen after GTA 6 drops.
Yes. Rockstar, please.
Rockstar, at this point, just if it's incomplete, drop it now. Just drop it now so we can play it before this shit hits the fan. But yeah, it's going to be a world-ending event. We're going to be our own extinction event.
And you can thank the Democrats for that.
Yep.
So,
yeah.
Because Democrats always say that the Republicans want to start wars, warmongers, whatever it may be. But you can clearly see just from these last couple of weeks that it's the Democrats and the liberals that want to start shit with other countries for no reason.
They're the violent ones. I just saw a video of a transgender on X saying, "Oh, I'm a transgender. I'm calling all the other transgenders. It's a call to arms. You got to go out and get a gun and defend yourself." It was about using the women's restrooms.
Yeah.
It was like, if somebody complains about that, I got a gun. Are you what? Like, yes, I'm going to complain if I ever have a daughter and she goes in and a freaking man dressed as a woman with first of all, I don't understand why, if you want to become a woman, why the fuck do you still have a beard? Why?
It's just,
why are you? I saw another transgender who was like, "Oh, we have to take all of the wins." You know, he was like, "I finally wore a dress to work. It was a little potluck, and it was like a dress, like a cut dress like this, and he was fucking hairy as fuck."
It's
you want to be a woman? Then what the fuck? Like what? So it's just.
It's you have mental problems. That's the big takeaway from this, is that those people definitely have mental issues that need to be taken care of, because no normal person that's a man will dress like a woman and do the stuff that they do. Want to go into a woman's bathroom where potentially you could have a kid in there, a young girl or something like that. They're going to feel uncomfortable. A woman that's going to feel uncomfortable, and they're already talking about this. I saw an interview, but there was a young girl that's on a track team for a school. I don't know where it was, but I think she said that she was 16, 17 years old, and the school there allows that transgender stuff to happen, where if you feel like you're a woman but you're really a man, you can actually go into a woman's restroom and do what you need to do your business there. And she's saying, I feel uncomfortable, and other people are feeling uncomfortable, and the school is doing nothing about it. We got to find what school that is. I couldn't find it when I was looking at it.
So you're going to sit there and listen to a few people in the school and not to the majority of the school. Like, what the hell is going on? Not everyone. It's just it's disgusting.
And in the LGBTQ plus community, whatever it is, they're gonna add more letters by the day. But
just have the whole fucking alphabet.
Have the whole alphabet. But pedophilia runs rampant through that, and you clearly see it. I mean, what happened with Mr. Beast's friend that transition, and he was. You know more about that than I do.
So his name's Chris. Chris, I can't remember his last name. He transitioned. He was on. You guys know if you know who Mr. Beast is. You know who Chris is. He transitioned and he was talking to minors, and it's just that's the gist of it. And I believe the FBI investigated it. They cleared Mr. Beast. You know, there's tons of documents they had to go through. Obviously, they cleared Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast kicked him off the team, the group or whatever. That's the gist of it, and it's just freaking weird, dude.
And this day and age where we were talking earlier about trying to advance human technology and human intuition, and we're sitting here worried about getting dicks cut off and trying to be a woman when you're not a woman. It's like, if we could just band together and not do this stuff and worry about advancing human intellect, technology, I mean, that's the way we need to go, but we're worried about this.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I love Elon Musk so much, and I was telling you before we filmed that that's why I love him so much, is because he is looking at a future for human civilization, for our evolution, for our growth. One day, and I'm not saying tomorrow, but one day, it could be millions of years from now. It obviously is. Like, let's say the world ends naturally and we don't do World War III and we're not our own extinction event. Let's say the sun's about to fucking explode, or an asteroid's coming. It's a world-ending asteroid. By that point in time, we can go to Mars.
Yeah, we have backups.
So that to me is something we should be working towards. To have a safe future for human civilization. Instead, we're focused on the wrong things. We have such advanced technology now to really strive and become a multi-planetary civilization and survive these world-ending events. Now, obviously, if the sun exploded, we couldn't go to Mars because
it wouldn't exist anymore.
It wouldn't exist. The whole solar system wouldn't exist. But let's say there's an asteroid hitting Earth, and we can go to Mars, and then from Mars we can go to another planet. And but no, we're just focused on the wrong things. It's really hindering our evolution as a civilization, as a species, and it's just absolutely.
Well, it's the same thing. That's what they've been doing with the global warming stuff, right? They want to lessen using oils, using natural oils. Using nuclear energy. The more energy we have, the more we're able to produce. That's just, common knowledge, right? So then we're trying to back down. We're just going to do windmills. And I mean, even they're trying to stop dams from being used for energy because it's like, oh, well, you're blocking water. So what? No, we're using it for energy reasons, to power a city, power a town, to help, because with just windmill technology and all this other stuff, it's not going to work. There's no way. Solar power,
the windmills are killing birds, and it's affecting. I saw something on Joe Rogan that it's affecting whales as well.
Yeah,
you hear about that?
I did not hear about that.
It's affecting whales in the ocean, and it's like, I don't know what it is. Can I use your computer?
Yeah, you can use it.
Go on the internet here. Let's see. I won't look at your search history.
Oh, it's okay. You don't need to. I got nothing to hide.
Windmills. It's like a meal in the wind.
Wind hills.
Windmills, whales. Something about they were doing a study on it. Look at that. BBC fact-checking Donald Trump's claim that wind turbines are killing whales. It's not going to show this shit because they want to push wind farms.
Is it because when they're
Humpback
dismantled?
Whales that's another thing too. They fall apart and they rust and they don't know what to do with.
So they just throw them in the ocean.
No, I mean there's wind farms in the ocean.
Oh yeah. You're
so,
right. Yeah.
Dude, they're not gonna fucking say shit about it. Let me see. Commercial interests in developing floating energy in the deep waters of the Pacific Ocean.
Hypothetical floating offshore wind farm.
Floating farms shown in the videos, hypothetical but realistic depiction what could be installed off the U.S. West Coast and Hawaii. Humpbacks were chosen as the whale species to depict.
Also, you got to worry too. Is like if you're going to be putting all the windmills off into the ocean, you're gonna have to run electrical lines from that to the shore. It's going to be
just the whole internet.
hell
Just
of a
like,
cost.
of course, Google's just pushing that it's all false and fact checking Donald Trump. Of course it is. That's just how it is. But yeah, apparently it's killing whales. They did a study on it. I couldn't find anything on it because the liberal Google is like, no, it's not true. We want to. This is how it is.
We can go into that too. Speaking about energy, solar, windmill, whatever it may be. Trump did pick a couple more cabinet members to join his team. So Chris Wright will be joining the administration as Secretary of Energy. So that's going to be good. So Chris is a leading technologist and entrepreneur in energy. He worked in nuclear, solar, geothermal, oil, and gas. Most significantly, Chris was one of the pioneers who helped launch the American shale revolution that fueled American energy independence and transformed the global energy markets and geopolitics.
Okay, wow. Damn. So he's definitely qualified.
Yep. So when Trump said drill baby drill, this is going to be his guy.
Exactly. So, drill baby drill. Very bigly. Very bigly. Dude, it's going to be great. Yeah. Gas prices are going to go down. And it's just going to be and grocery prices are going to go down too because,
cost of manufacturing is going to go down.
Shipping,
when the cost of manufacturing goes down,
and they're talking about they're talking about with energy, talking about making trucks and ships battery powered. The trucks are going to be heavier. They're going to have to stop more frequently and charge, and it's going to take longer for the goods to get there. It's going to be more expensive to maintain. It's like, dude, it's just not going to happen.
Also, reliability reasons too.
Yeah.
For transportation reasons, we started with steam locomotives, then we went to, we had horses, of course, but you have to feed the horses, you have to do all that, steam locomotives, now you have cars, airplanes, stuff like that. But then now it would be almost like backtracking because it's a new technology with these battery, these electric cars, right? New technology, a little over 10 years that we've had good electric cars. It's going to take several more decades for them to be used widespread, not to break down in the cold, because that's one of their big things is that if it's too cold, that battery is going to run dry super quickly.
Yeah. And before we get the comments saying, oh, then why do you guys like Elon Musk so much? Listen, I support Elon Musk, and he does electric cars and Tesla and the Cybertruck and things like that. Like, that's just what he does.
That's his business.
It's his business. He's not going to push that. He's not going to make people stop buying electric car or gas-powered cars to go out and buy a Tesla. That's not his goal. His goal is to make electric cars for people to buy.
Because if you remember, the Democrats and liberal congressmen, politicians, they wanted to make it mandatory by 2035 for you to have to buy an electric vehicle.
Then you're going to fucking buy me one. You're going to buy me a Tesla. I don't have $30,000 to buy a fucking Tesla, and that's like the base model, fucking the cheapest one you can get is at least $30,000. I don't have the. So if you're going to force me to buy an electric car, you're going to buy it for me. Okay. So I expect a stimmy. $30,000. Go buy an electric car. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. And nobody's going to go out. Like, I would love, honestly, I love Teslas. I would love to have a Tesla. But just for the aesthetic of it, not because I like electric cars. It's just cool. And I support Elon Musk. If I had the money to support Elon Musk, I would. But if you're going to force me to, you're going to buy it for me. This is how it is.
We should always have a choice, just when it comes to medical, whatever it may be. You should have a choice on what you want to do. You want to buy a gas-powered car? You want to buy a hybrid car? You want to buy an electric car? You should have that choice. You shouldn't be... No, you can only buy an electric car because, at that point in time, it's a communist country at that point.
Yeah, it's a communist country, and, you can only have an electric car. So nobody can afford an electric car unless, of course, you buy it for me. and then nobody can drive to get to work, and nobody's working. The economy, it's just
And
it's
our
a domino
grids,
effect.
our grids are not able to handle every single car, which would take years and years and years. But it could not handle an influx of 1 billion electric cars.
That also, I think, would also be a little bit dangerous. It's to be around. Yeah, you have the exhaust and gas powered cars, but being around all of that electricity is not good for you either. So that's having billions of electric cars in the world running at once, causing this. It could cause like an influx in it. Like, I don't know science, but it could potentially cause like health effects with like.
Because
EMF.
phones give off very small amounts of microwave radiation.
Don't sleep next to your phone. Don't keep it in your pocket too long because it might affect your balls.
No, it's true. So like the and also going on that too is the way that we dispose of lithium ion batteries that are in these cars now.
Exactly. So if there's billions of them, and we're disposing of millions and millions of batteries from these cars, and they're fucking huge ass batteries. Where's all this waste going? What's it? What is it collecting? What is it emitting?
Yeah. Also, the internal combustion engine has been around for 100 plus years now. And the cool things about those is that you can rebuild it. You can keep using that same engine, just replace different parts. If a cell on a battery goes, you got to throw out that whole entire battery, and that's what happens. You have 5, 6, 7-year-old Teslas. Priuses with their hybrid system, and you have their batteries just degrading so rapidly, and you can't fix a tiny part in it and have it running again. You got to throw out that whole entire battery. These battery packs are $25,000-$30,000. Where we're replacing pistons, crankshafts on an engine or something like that, you're at like $8,000-$9,000. So it's too much to replace. So guess what you do? You just buy a new one, and then they have to throw out that whole entire car pretty much.
Yeah. They can recycle most of the car, maybe, just not the battery. So, it's that would not be good for the environment at all. And and they care about the environment so much.
You have these battery fields where they're dumping all of the car batteries, and it's just piling up. It creates so much waste, and it's very toxic waste too.
It is. It is. Yeah. It's ugh. I guess there's a question. Should Election Day be a holiday?
I think that we could probably go along the line to say maybe not like a full day holiday. I think that we could either do it one or two ways because, of course, everyone has the right to vote if you're a legal citizen. But I think that instead of maybe taking the whole day, you could take maybe a half day. If the work allows it, maybe take a longer lunch.
And now the word holiday makes you think like it's going to happen every year. Now this, again, it happens every 4 years. So it wouldn't be like every year like you have to. So these companies should be able to every 4 years accommodate their employees. So like, hey, maybe extend their lunch a little bit. Like, okay, give you like an extra hour for lunch to go out and vote. Come in a little later, leave a little early, so everybody can go out and vote. Maybe that could be a factor in why not many people vote.
It could be,
but also many people don't really care.
They do have that option to go vote early, and in states, but then a lot of people. Some happen, reason or another, they can't vote early and they got to vote on the day of. That would help some people out, of course. But every 2 years we have the votes for the Senate, the House, all that stuff too. That's not as big as a presidential election, of course. But I mean, it could be something to at least bring up. I mean, I'm sure they probably brought it up at some point in time, but I don't know for sure. But
I think the reason I thought of this is because I saw it somewhere. It might have been the Joe Rogan podcast with J.D. Vance or Trump. Maybe it was somewhere else. I don't know. But it should definitely be some sort of, it doesn't have to be a holiday. It doesn't have to be classified as a holiday. But like maybe some sort of like government observation day or something.
They could have an election month like they have a gay pride month. They get a whole month to themselves, and then veterans get 1 day.
1 day, right? Yep. Exactly, dude. Like, what the hell? absolutely crazy.
I'll bring this one up. So going on the lines of legal voting for legal people in the United States. So another thing of Trump's, he's going to be big on the border, big on border security. So one of his new policies that he talked about in the last week or so here is that he's planning to enact a national state of emergency to coordinate federal assets with the National Guard, the military, to help with the deportation of illegal immigrants in the United States. So.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. So having the National Guard stepping in to assist, that's good. And I'm sure they are more than happy to assist. It's like going, we were talking about the NFL when we did our cut, that it's always like the higher ups that just want to affect everything. But when you have the players on the field are full on support, like you got the NFL players dancing, doing the Trump dance, the YMCA, and then I didn't know, but you guys brought up that the NFL is pissed off about that.
Yeah, they're what was it, the football player that got fined because he was wearing the Make America Great hat, and he got fined $11,000+, whatever it was, and the NFL is kind of upset. They're not kind of like stopping it, but they're upset that, these NFL players are doing the Trump dance. And it's like, well, that's their right. They want to do that dance. They can do any other dance they want as long as it's not too provocative. But I mean, it's just their right. They can do that.
Yeah, no. If they can kneel for the national anthem, then why can't you do the Trump dance? But my point was with that is the National Guard, the actual people in the National Guard, the ones that are doing the jobs, the no names, they're ready to step in and get the shit done. But it's always the higher ups, the people in there now are just a fucking woke.
Yeah, and just the ICE agents too. You'll always hear that, especially when Trump came to the border multiple times. They were all 100% behind him. Stood behind everything that he said. He wants to keep America safe, and the first thing to keep America safe is to, keep our borders safe and make sure that everyone that is coming through is vetted properly. If not, God forbid, we could have another 9/11 down the line.
We're letting these people in. Who knows if they're fucking training to fly planes right now?
Yeah, God forbid. So
God forbid.
Yeah.
But it's just, dude, it's like, why are you I can't even. It's just like, why are we even talking about it? Like, why is this even a subject? Like, I just want to play some video games, man, and live in peace.
Yeah, I think that's everyone. But people are very money hungry, power hungry, and to make themselves more richer and have more of a power influence, they're going to do things that are not that normal people wouldn't even think of doing.
Yeah. Listen, I'm fucking money hungry, but I'm not going to go to fucking war for it. I'm not going to, I don't know. I'm like, I would like some money. So if you want to donate, listen, if you're going to donate to Kamala Harris, you can donate to the Front Porch podcast.
There we go. Hey, we just talk about normal things happening. I mean, some not normal things, and we just do our thing. Whatever is happening in the world, I mean, we're just a needle in a haystack compared to everything else that's happening. So we can only go along with it. I wanted to bring up something else. So Dr. Dave Weldon was also nominated to serve as the director for the CDC.
Oh, okay.
So that's going to, I think it was Dr. Fauci that was in place of it. And
that piece of shit.
Yeah, that motherfucker. He is the reason why my grandfather died. From having, if you were, COVID positive, you couldn't get out of the hospital. You couldn't even see the person. I mean, there was loved ones that were on the phone watching, their other loved ones, die right in front of them. They couldn't even be with them. They had to Zoom them or something like that. Absolutely unbelievable crimes that he committed, just out the wazoo.
It's sad. It really is that 2020 is, which is crazy to think that it's been 4 years ago, almost 5 now. And, we're still trying to get up from it. And it's like, again, it's like, why is this even a subject? Why did COVID have to happen? We know why it happened. Because they want control. They wanted to control the election. They wanted to win the election. They wanted to cheat. They wanted the mail-in ballots. It didn't just fucking happen. It's just coincidentally, yes, plagues happen, viruses happen,
but not at that scale at that time. There's no way.
There's no way. It's just too coincidental for it to happen naturally. It was released, whether it came out of China or some fuck ate a bat out of soup. Who knows where it came from, but it happened.
And what sucks is we'll never know the truth.
No,
we'll never know the truth, and we just have to have that in the back of our head that, you know, it happened, and people that shouldn't have died because of the policies put forth by the Biden and Kamala Harris administration at the time, and their in the people that they put in charge of the CDC and their constituents. Absolutely, just they should all be criminally charged as soon as Trump gets office. I hope that he can do something about that, have some liability on their end, accountability for their actions. But the good thing is that this new one that's coming in, he's been a medical doctor for 40 years, and he's also an Army veteran. He was also a respected conservative leader on fiscal and social issues, served on the Labor and the HHSS Appropriations Subcommittee. So he's been doing this for a while. He's been a conservative for a while. So this is definitely going to be a much different shift than what we had with Fauci.
Yeah, this is going to be a going back. It's going to be the golden age all the way, and it's Trump has a lot of good picks. It's really gonna really turn around our country, and it's just gonna make it.
It's going to be good for everyone, and like, you know, we keep saying he's for the people. He wants to help this country instead of just help himself, like a lot of these Democrats and Republican politicians too as well. You know, we got to hit on both sides too. And there's definitely some people that should not be in office still on both sides. God, I'm trying to find his name. Mitch McConnell, I think it is. He is.
Oh, that piece of shit.
Yeah. Very. He should definitely have been out of office decades ago.
Older than Biden.
And and he keeps having these like mini seizures, talking to people, talking on set.
He's got a little gizzard. He's like a little. He's like.
He looks like a lizard.
He's like this.
It sucks too because I want to root for Republicans and stuff like that, but also on the same hand,
he is older than Biden. He's 82.
He's 82.
God,
and
get the fuck out of there, bitch.
And he's the minority leader of the United States Senate. I mean, if in any sense of the word, for making sure you can do the job correctly, just like we talk about with Joe Biden, he is not mentally capable, physically capable of running this country properly. And we can say the same thing about Mitch McConnell. He is too old. He should retire. He is not mentally and physically able to run what he is running.
Dude, you're 82, bro. You should not be in any sort of power. The retirement age is 65. You are way past that. Okay?
Yeah, and that's why.
And yeah, I know Trump is, up there too, but he's there.
He's still there, and that's why Trump and his constituents are also try and push through term limits for Congress members so that we don't have that happen, and we can make sure that these people that they're not treated poorly. Because if you're doing that and you have to be out every day talking to people, I mean, that's stressful enough at that age. It's going to be even more stressful. Yeah. So at that age, you should definitely retire, take time to yourself, be with your family instead of doing this type of stuff.
Yeah, maybe cap it at 79. Because, yeah, I don't want to be hypocritical and say that, this guy's too old. Because Trump is, like 77. But, like, he's still cognitive. He's still there. He is very smart. He's sharp. And so it does come down to being cognitive and having the ability to actually to know what you're doing and if you can handle the stress. But maybe cap it at 79.
Something like that. Or have a cognitive test, make sure that they're still able to function as they were, because as we all know, at a certain age, we start to decline cognitively. So, I mean, it's going to happen to everyone. and you have to take that into account. So
yeah, no, definitely. So yeah, this guy, he needs out of there. Him and Nancy Pelosi. She just looks like she looks like a horror movie villain.
yeah, she acts like one too sometimes.
Yeah, dude.
84 years old.
She's 84?
She's 84. Yep. That's why I do like what Trump is doing with his members that he's picking for his team. He's picking young people. So
yes. So that's dude, look at her, dude. She looks like a she looks like if like in a horror movie, and she's like the creepy grandma. Like,
she's got more wrinkles than a crinkled up newspaper.
She looks dude, she looks like if she should be in like a Paranormal Activity movie. You know, those movies are like found footage, and the guy's like recording, and he comes around the corner, and it's like she's like the grandma, and she's like standing in the hallway in the middle of the night, like naked, and he's like, "Whoa, grandma, what the hell are you doing?" And she's just like,
oh my gosh. You know what? It also reminds me of chapter 2, when the old lady is in the background. She turns into the monster, and she's like going around like
that's
that.
exactly
yeah, that's it.
Or have you ever seen what the fuck is that movie? What is that movie? Shit. It's these kids go to stay with their grandparents, but it turns out they're not actually their grandparents. And the kids go on FaceTime with their mom, and they're like, "Mom, grandparents are acting weird." And they're like, "Oh, the mom's like, show me the grandparents." And they're like, "Oh, that's not your grandparents." And then they're just like so freaking weird. And then the grandma does like run around naked.
It's The Visit.
Yeah,
that's what it is. The Visit. Yep.
That's a good movie. Go check it out. But that's what definitely Nancy Pelosi's like.
Exactly, bro.
They should have casted her as the crazy.
And on both sides too. Even some Democrats say the same exact thing. How they just want her out. So. Oh man. You have anything else?
No, I think that's it. We're getting to our point here, but a lot of good talking points.
Of course, there's going to be more stuff that's going to be coming out in the next couple months. You know, when Trump gets in, of course, on January 20th, that's going to be a big talking point, big show. There's going to be a lot of stuff happening. It's going to be very active.
Yeah.
So
what day of the week is January 20th? Let's see. January 20th is... Oh, it's a Monday.
Oh,
look at that.
Of the week. Look at that.
Look at that. That's when our podcast drops, is on Mondays. So
that's going to be perfect. Yeah, the night before we can film, whatever it may be, or we could film the day of. It's up to you.
Maybe we can figure out how to live stream.
Yeah, we could do that.
Try to figure out how to live stream so we can watch the inauguration together.
Yeah.
And
talk about it together. Yeah. Oh, we see Charlie Kirk. He does that with his podcast, and Dan Bongino does that too.
Yeah, so if you guys want to see us live stream on inauguration day, just hit like and let us know in the comments. But I think that would be pretty cool. We'll just have to figure out how to. Our setup is limited right now, so figure out how we can get the camera set up through the. We'll figure it out. It'll be
a little bit of a process. We'll figure it out. We have time.
Yeah,
so we'll
plenty
figure
of time.
it out.
But and my birthday is on the day before inauguration day.
Look at that. Well, happy future birthday to you.
Thank you. Yeah, we'll come over and celebrate and have some cake, and we'll just hang out and
enjoy. Hopefully, World War III isn't started by then.
Oh, dude, yeah, no, we definitely don't need that. Like I will continuously say it. We live in the digital age. If we have to go to war, hop on a match of Call of Duty, some Warzone, whatever, and whoever wins, man.
Yeah. Well, because if we go to war, it's just going to be people flying drones, just dropping bombs on us from drones, just flying drones into us. Yeah. That's what they're doing in Ukraine and Russia right now. I mean, it's unbelievable. You've seen the videos of them just going into the bunkers or where they're just sleeping and just dropping, 15, 20-pound bombs on them and killing them. So
it's sad, man. It really is. It's like, why does it have to come to this? Why are we at this point? Haven't we learned anything from World War II, World War I, just all the wars in history? Like, come on, man. Where are we going? What direction are we going? We're just going in the direction of our own demise, and that's just what it's going to boil down to.
If we don't learn from our history, we're doomed to repeat it.
Yep. So hopefully it doesn't happen.
Hopefully not. I think that's a good way to end it.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you for tuning in to the 4th podcast. It's a month old already, man. It's crazy. But yeah, if you, again, are new to our channel, definitely hit like and subscribe so it boosts our podcast in the YouTube algorithm. And try to help us get to at least 50 subscribers by the end of the year. If not 100, that'd be pretty cool. So definitely, if you're watching, hit subscribe. And yeah.
Yeah, and also we have our TikTok, True Social, X. We're on there too as well. Now we branched out a little bit. We're trying to get out there. You're great at making the shorts, so you're putting the shorts out on YouTube and TikTok and X. So you're doing a really good job with that. So just trying to get ourselves out there as much as we can, and that's going to help us.
Yeah, and all of the links to our social medias are in the description, as always. So definitely go check those out and follow them. And thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.
See you next time.
See you next time.